It is that back to school time. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Kim Stevens here at Fox 26. So excited about back to school time here. And, for all grades, I was live at a high school earlier this week, and it was so much fun talking to the students who were all age ranges, getting ready for their next big step. But what about the ones who are just starting their steps, and the parents who have left their child off for preschool for the first time, their babies who now are in school, and gosh, the emotion that goes along with that. How do parents cope, and how do you help as a parent the child cope when they are in that situation? Well, it is time to talk with Miss Amber. I'm going to bring in here to find out, because she knows all about how to get our young ones excited about school and learning, and okay about being a little bit away from mom and dad for a little while and their caregivers. Hi, Miss Amber.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
How long have you been teaching little ones?
A long time. I've been in this business almost 30 years, so I've definitely aging myself. I've owned my own preschools, childcare centers for almost 24 years. So a long time. And I have four kids myself who are all now adults.
Oh, fantastic. Well, you've done it in so many different ways, helping the
Yes.
kids and the students, your children. And
Mhm.
when you think of back to school, especially for the ones who are just getting into that whole process, what do you think of? Or what do you think of based on knowing what's going on in their brains?
It's a big moment. I think it's probably bigger for us as parents, the new parents who are you picked out your preschool and it's school time right now, and now it's time to drop off your little one, right? So I think it's almost bigger for us as parents, like more like stressful. But I think one of my biggest advices is as nervous as you are as a parent, or nervous, excited, we want to be so overly excited for our little ones, right? We want to be like, you're a big girl or you're a big boy. Now you get to go to big boy school. You get to make friends. You're going to have so much fun. I am always like, just be so, so, so excited, because if you're not, and if you are scared to death, because a lot of times we're scared to death inside, but our kids are going to totally pick up on that and have a really long, hard transition.
Or even if a parent says, "What am I going to do without you?" That kind of implies some guilt, or puts some guilt on the child who is trying to balance my excitement as a child, but also my love for my parent.
Exactly. We all want our kids to just love us and want us forever, but really our job as parents is to see them fly like little butterflies. Like we want them to be independent and happy. And, the preschool years, 0 to 5, is such a foundation. So if we can encourage them and show them how fun and how wonderful it's going to be, they're going to believe our words.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. All right, I've got some pictures that I want to bring on. Just a few, and I want you to tell us about uh, these are pictures of preschool. Things that children do. And yes, it all looks like play, but what are they also learning at the same time?
Yeah, sensory, fine motor skills. A lot of times people are like, well, they just go to preschool to play, but they're learning imagination. Like we have a child in a dress up princess dress, imagination, discovery, sensory. A lot of times little ones come into preschool and they're scared to touch things, or they have sensory issues. Counting. Our theme is apples here, and it's sensory. We have cinnamon oatmeal, so they're smelling it, they're feeling it, but they're also counting the red. Like, where's the red balls? Where's the green balls? How many apples are in the bucket?
Good
And then
point.
gardening, I feel like gardening is huge. Kids, we have edible gardens at our preschools, and it's so important for kids to be in the dirt, be in nature, and watch things grow. And they start to love vegetables and fruit and all that. So yeah.
That's a big deal.
And then
Yeah,
at
and
the
it
city,
looks like you're even planting in the classroom.
yeah, I firmly believe that every child learns so different. there's so many beautiful philosophies about, in preschool, we have Montessori, we have Waldorf, we have play. With having 4 kids of my own, every child is very unique. So I
Mhm.
truly believe we have to offer all of it to our students. So every child is getting fed and learning the way. This is science. This is salt with watercolor. And what does the salt do when you put the salt on? So it's actually a science project
What does
that
it
we're
do?
looking. That is also coloring. It bubbles out. You can see it like makes little bubbles, and they're also color mixing. So what happens when you put blue and white? So yeah, so it's science. You would never
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
And then
And
of
then of
course
course,
reading.
uh,
And even though they don't know how to read, it's introducing them to books. They're looking at the pictures. This is how, beginning reading really is introducing them to books.
okay.
And then numbers and counting, learning doesn't always have to be a worksheet. It's really tactile. And look, they're not all correct, but we're learning, it's 1, 2,
Mhm.
2, 7, 8, but it's all like a teacher will come in and let's count, it's just all the basics of learning and different ways. And these are
Come
our
on. This is
babies.
learning too. What is this?
It's sensory. So again, it's color mixing and just fine motor skills. So if you can see like their hands are holding the paintbrush, they're learning to hold things and then they're painting their fingers. It's just a sensory activity. And this is maybe a 9-month-old. Yeah.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This looks like it's that high chair.
Yeah, little one.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
wow.
And that helps them also, it's skills they learn to hold their forks and hold their spoons to eat. So
Wow.
just little things like that. Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, the first picture, or one of the first pictures we saw, a little girl had a princess dress. Frankly, it doesn't matter. It could be a girl or a boy. If
Oh yeah.
they want to go to school in an outfit, in a costume, is this a safe? Is this a place where they can do that?
Absolutely. I think so many kids go through that phase
Yeah.
and they get stuck in maybe a Batman costume or the princess.
Mhm.
Absolutely. I
Mine was
firmly
the
believe
Hulk.
we let our kids be little, right? And let them experience all that magic. And if they want to be in a princess dress or if they want to be in a Batman outfit every single day, it's totally fine because it truly doesn't really distract them. I mean, unless it's like if it's Batman, sometimes the boys can come in a little bit like they want to fight all the time, but it's really nothing. Like it's just part of growing up.
Now, we're talking about the wonderful, exciting, yay, positive side of this, but sometimes the child is not into this.
Yeah.
So how do you go about helping the child transition? Also, though, how do you know that maybe this is not the right time and you pull back for a little while?
Yeah, most kids take time to transition. It's very, very normal. So I would say probably 90% of little ones coming into preschool will take time to transition. Now, you can tell when it's not working after multiple months, right? It's a very
Okay.
rare thing that I've seen over, gosh, all my years of teaching that it's not a right fit. Sometimes it just takes longer for kids, but there is that rare time. So you may have a child that is screaming bloody murder for like 2 or 3 months, and they're distraught when you're picking them up. Because typically, normally, when you drop off, there may be tears. You say goodbye, you say you love them, and you leave quickly. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. You leave quickly and you say goodbye, and those kids are fine. I mean, 30 seconds later, they're fine. But if you have a child that is literally, they're coming home like traumatized almost and it's just not working, you might need to find a different school because every child learns differently. And sometimes as new parents, young parents, we think, oh, we want our kids to go to the school around the corner that all my friends go to, but the school may not be the right fit for your child. With my 4 kids, I had 2 at one school, I had 1 at another school because every child needs things differently. So I would really encourage parents to I know there's the school and you want to send them to this school, but sometimes that's just not the right fit, and that is okay.
Okay. And then what about what do you recommend are the age ranges? Because there are some parents who are just really not ready to have this transition.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Oh,
up to every parent, I think it's such a beautiful obviously, I'm so passionate about early childhood education, but if you as a parent aren't ready to send your little one off, then your little one, it just may not be the right time. So you just I always say you have to honor your intuition, listen to your gut. As every parent, we have to like follow our own guide, but even if we're not ready as parents, look for signs because your child might be ready. Your child might want to be socialized. Like if they're at a park, they're running up to like like strangers, little kids, and they just want a friendship, and they just have that confidence. Those are signs that even though you may not be ready, they might be ready.
yeah, and we've been doing a number of stories this last year on the importance of getting children into school earlier. I mean, not just having transitional kindergarten, but having pre-K and getting students or getting children into a classroom setting like what we've
Mhm.
just talked about and showed as early as 2 or 3, and how beneficial that is on their trajectory as they move through their education.
Yeah, it really is. And even if it's part time, like my kids always went when they were 2. I put them in my program on Tuesday, Thursdays when they turned 3, and that was just part-time. They went Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then as they got older, they went to school a little bit more. It truly is so important because when they start kindergarten, they have such a confidence. They know how to sit for circle. They know what school is all about. They know and understand that you as the parent are going to come back and get them. So it's huge. There's so many lessons taught in school, just like you saw, like sensory, the
Mhm.
art, like all of it, music, language, all of it is such creates such a love of learning to last them a lifetime, really.
Great. Is there anything else you would like to let parents know about this transition, this age of education for preschool children?
Yeah, I wanna say it's gonna be okay. There's so many people that went before you, and it's a huge milestone, when our kids start school, it's such a big milestone, and it should be an exciting one, and honestly, we want to see our kids soar, we wanna see them they're like little caterpillars, and they turn into butterflies, right? We wanna see them soar, and it will be okay, and I always just say, just follow your gut, have really close relationships with your teachers, and I want you to know that as educators, especially early childhood educators, we love your kids. Like we are there because we are so passionate about it. So really work closely with your teachers because it is a team. We all want to work together for the best for your child.
Yeah. Absolutely, and boy, do they have such an impact. My sons are 24 and 19, going on 20, and some of their caregivers at the preschool still contact me. I still
Oh,
connect with them.
mhm.
They're so important to our family because of how they helped with the
Yeah,
start.
yeah, exactly. We love what we do. We love it.
Clearly, and thank you, because not all of us can do it. So, Miss Amber, thank you very much for all that you do for children, setting them on their road, and for your advice sharing today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres with Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.